皆さん、明けましておめでとうございます。Natsuki desu. Hey, good day. Happy New Year, everyone. It's Natsuki. So today I'm going to go ahead and do one quick little thing about Japanese culture. So let's turn this camera around.
Something called Kagami mochi, and Kagami mochi is very specific to New Year time in Japan. And theoretically there should be mochi, a small one in this top layer and then a bigger one in this bigger layer. And so every little bit has its own meaning, such as like there are some that say that you can call this the moon and this the sun. You can also say yin yang. I'm not entirely exactly sure how this works, but I know that there's like a few different representations of what you can call these and why they're different shapes. Sometimes people say it's like the passing of generations from the older generation to the next generation, or to the younger generation, in our case the millenniums. Yay! And if you look at this little kitty, because I got a very modern one, and because he's got this little dent, no one really wanted him, so I kind of picked him up. But he's a little dai, or bitter orange, Japanese bitter orange, and yeah, it's very cute. I'm actually not intending to eat a bitter orange, but with actual Kagami mochi, with traditional Kagami mochi, these would actually be mochi, not just containers holding something. And you'd actually have a persimmon or dai orange right here. This is a little bit more decorative and playful from the traditional knots, but the knots are supposed to reflect kind of the belts that sumo wrestlers wear. And yeah, and this is also really common for a lot of traditional ones. You will actually see real bamboo displays with fans and flowers, and it's beautiful. If I have any pictures, I will add them to this video so you can see. Otherwise, just go ahead and look it up online as Kagami mochi. This is just a really, really cute version that I found at a convenience store. I was like, oh, I always wanted one. Oh yeah, and then one of the other things is it typically stands on like a little, I don't know what you call it, little stand, and most people will put these in somewhere in like the main part of the house, but traditionally you could put them in, you'd have multiple ones around the house. So yeah, this is our little cute guy, and we're going to see what's in him. That sounded really weird. Okay, now let's see if I can actually get him open with one hand. I'm sorry. Okay, good. We've got the little head off, or the little lid off. Hello, you. Oh, you're so cute, and you've got that little paw and your little orange, and like, stop being weird. Oh yes, and then this paper also has a representation. I'm not entirely sure what. I will see if I can find out. But yeah. Here's a bunch of warning labels, but I'm actually trying to figure out how to get out. You know, for my first Oshogatsu, I saw this in my home visit families, like a traditional one in my home visit family's house. And my little home visit brother started running off with it. It's like a toy. He didn't realize there was actually food and sweets in it, so we had to go chasing that a little bit. Quite entertaining. Okay, so we've got some mochi. Oh, look, there's a little one. Yay! So we've got a big mochi and a little mochi. And again, I'm not intending to eat this dai, not just because it's plastic, but because I don't really like bitter oranges. So, yeah. So that's a few different pieces. Those we don't need. But yeah, we've got this little guy. Oh my god, he's just so cute! Okay. I'm gonna continue on with making the movie. Oh, also one thing that I love, and I've noticed about Japan, is there's not as much, what do you call it, preservatives, like chemical preservatives in the food. They tend to put these things, which Americans usually see with their furniture. You actually find these in a lot of your food, and it's supposed to like keep out, I'm not sure if it's keep out the oxygen or keep it from going bad as quickly, but you have these little things to keep it fresh. And in America, you pretty much only find them in wooden furniture nowadays, which is kind of strange. But yes, that is what is in here. And As you can see, here's the date for when it will expire. This is the 15th year, 2015, month, which is June, and 30th, which is the day, in case you didn't know how to read Japanese.
Okay, so we've got our little mochi all unwrapped. This is the big one. Ow. It's not as fresh as I was hoping. I'm betting if I had gotten this closer to New Year's, it would be fine. It was actually about a week after New Year's. And it's very, very hard. Not mochi-ish. Anyway, so that is something to keep in mind. Always get fresh mochi. Yeah. Always get your fresh mochi. And oh yes, they will be amazing. This one isn't all that wonderful, but my first experience. Yeah, don't get them late. But yeah. Generally, I really like mochi. So I actually recommend mochi. It's taken me a few times to get used to it, but over the years, I've really gotten used to it, especially with unko, which is like red bean paste inside. Those are my favorite. Oh my gosh. Yes. And you could also get the rice, because this is like a sweet rice paste. And then usually you'll have something filling on the inside that's sweetish. Usually it's red bean paste, unko. But you can also get like the rice to also be different, as in, what was it? You can get matcha flavored, and around springtime you can get sakura flavored. You can also get random, like, I've seen strawberry flavored ones for tourists, and a few other things that you can find. And yeah. So it doesn't always have to be just rice, white rice flavor, but you can get them all around. And then you can also do something where, oh yeah, and you can have shrimp. I did this actually in another video, I just remembered. If you want to see how you can actually make the mochi, I have 2 making mochi videos. One is actually like getting the dough ready, and it's basically the equivalent of kneading the dough, but because it's so sticky, you can't really touch it very well. You can't really knead it. So I have that for my first making mochi video, and then my second making mochi video is the one where you actually are like forming it around stuff and putting stuff in it. You can also put something called kinako, which is like this brown powder inside, or not inside, but around it, and it tastes pretty good. Those are my favorite, actually. And so yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I hope this helped a little bit with New Year's questions. I just tried to show you what a New Year's dessert looked like, but I unfortunately got it a little bit too old, so not quite as enjoyable for me, but hopefully yours will be much more enjoyable when you get the chance. Alright, janmatte ne, everyone!